All right. So we are doing uh oh, let's see. YouTube seems to be a little laggy. It seems to be like a little laggy on YouTube. Twitch is obviously a lot faster. But we are here, and just for anybody that's gonna come in that is not familiar with it, we are going to be I'm going to put this in here. I'm just going to have a link to all parts of this saga. um so that should just take it to a Google Doc, so anybody that comes here should be able to see that. But we are now live. Yep, a link. Thank you, kind Steve, for being here. I know you've been keeping up with this. I didn't necessarily want to continue it, but it's like every single time I have either tried to like reach out to him, or every single time like I try to correct him, he tries to hide the truth, and then he'll do the exact same thing that I criticized and talked before. So we have that little document. Yeah, and I also seen you like talk to it, like actually correct it on there, being like, yeah, this is harassment, and you were talking to a person. I'm surprised he didn't just actually delete your comments, because he completely hid me. Um just like he just like my other video shows. But like, yeah, it's like the behavior is too consistent, and then now he's doing it like off platform as well on another one, which then he's not even doing it in terms of like, oh, it's a minor insult, like, oh, he's coping, which would kind of be whatever, and I think that it would have just died. But now he's like, he went actually just after my appearance and everything, talked about, oh, what the hell happened? Oh, you retracted your message. uh, but uh, but yeah, he was like going after my appearance, saying uh, yeah. So to break it down, let me actually go and bring up some stuff. So I was actually preparing to talk to him, and I was bringing up a bunch of evidence and everything. So yeah. So firstly, I don't think he knows what harassment is, because he tries to downplay it, right? Harassment can come in many forms, but one of the more minor forms of harassment is consistent insults. While he may say, like, oh, well, it's minor insults, he leaves out the part in which, like I said, he broke YouTube TOS. It's literally just straight up in there saying, you may not do this, right? You shouldn't do this. The same thing with like insults in the title or thumbnail. It's like, you don't do that. So it wasn't just that, but it wasn't just like the insults before where like they're minor. It's like, you did that and you broke TOS, and then you also stole my content, and then it it's like it was too much, and it became too much for him to say that it wasn't harassment. And that's what made it harassment. Unlike what he's trying to do of like, oh, well, it's just like minor insults. It's like, that was never my point. You can go to like my previous videos, was never my point. And he talks about in his response to me, he says like, oh, well, he could have talked to me. I tried to get him on Discord. That never happened. I have everything logged. Once again, it's in my videos. Specifically, the second video, I showed the actual conversations and threads. I don't know if you saw that, but like, I went over there and I looked through them all, and I showed the 2 times that he commented on my channel. I went to the hidden, there was nothing there. So yeah, but this was the biggest one that I was really confused at, and I'm going to share my stream. So I made a little short about that, and I'm going to record my screen. I don't mind you seeing the channels that I'm in. Nothing's bad here. But you can see, like, I go up to him. I had to go to his blue sky for that. And let me bring this over here. Like I go up to his blue sky, I talk to him, I say you may respond in any way that you like. We can do this in voice, text. You may go first or I may go first. It is up to you as you wanted this and I had to pressure you. We may discuss a time if you are not completely free at this time, but be aware everything will be documented. This includes recordings. You may do the same. So like I try to like I tell him straight up, like I'm not trying to like surprise him or anything. I'm not trying to go after him. I'm not trying to do anything. Whereas like, oh, I sneakily recorded. But then he says, you know, it's pretty late right now. We'll do this tomorrow. Okay, I don't respond. I wait till 12 o'clock. My previous live stream, I was setting everything up, and then I come over here. I was gonna go type. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Where is he? Right? And he's not here. I did this before, but I'll go show you what happened. I tried to invite him into a server. I'm just gonna invite him to like my secondary server that I usually use for friends. It says your message could not be delivered. Your message could not be delivered. If I go over here, there's nothing here. I can't do anything. I can block him, but this means that I'm not the one blocking him. This means that he blocked me. This was literally there right when like right when I like brought him to this right when I brought like my live stream up. So when I brought my live stream up, he immediately dipped. And I don't know why. And it's like he was trying to say like, oh, I talked to him all this time, but then he never did anything. Let me bring my Twitch up on here so that I can just moderate chat and all that. Go to my channel. Mute that, but yeah. But yeah, like I don't really know what to say from that. Yeah, it is extremely weird because it's like you try to tell me like, oh, you want to talk to me, you want to do all this, but I'm the one that has to do it. Like I had to go over on his blue sky. He doesn't have his DMs open. Um he doesn't have any other contact point. Unlike me, if I go show my YouTube, if I bring it up, I have a public uh email. So public email right over here, any contact points. Usually you do this when you want to get like advertisements and all that. They'll go do that. And they'll hit you up being like, what's up? But like his one doesn't have anything. It has his blue sky, which like I had to do that over and over again, and nothing happened. So it's like come on, man. But that's actually what I'm going to talk about in here, and pretty much this live stream is going to be just rehashing a lot of information. Let me bring this up. It's not documents, it's in local disk. It was the So I had this entire thing. I have this entire folder um in which I have all these screenshots and everything. So when I look at the screenshots, right, he talks about like he's not like doing anything or that he does anything. Like this was his comment, this was his comment. I didn't delete those. He tries to act like I deleted those, but it's like, why would I keep deleted comments for no reason? Right? It's like, make that make sense. We have other ones where it's like this one again, like, why am I gonna delete this? I showed this in my video. Same thing over here, like, why am I gonna delete that one? Then it's like this is my point where it's like this you can't do that in YouTube TOS. That's just 100% not great. And you can see that the title right here is like is once again just insults. That would be okay if it was just one random one and then it also wasn't just stealing my content. But the problem is that it wasn't just a one random off thing. It was like you just straight up stole my content. So it's like, come on, man. And like I said, he goes back and tries to say that he tried to get me on Discord, but when push came to shove, that's what happened. And then we have this one, which is what I'm talking about, Blue Sky, where it's like I'm not surprised at this guy, at the guy who looks like this, who most likely forgets to wipe after taking his ship and doesn't take many showers, defense nominal dingus. He just seems like the type of guy. And let's not to forget about washing clothes too. He also seems like he doesn't do that either. So we have multiple times, like once again, where he's just trying to degrade me over and over again. And it's not just a one-time occurrence. What he is doing is harassment, but he would never admit that because then he would have to go and try to apologize to me. It's like, what are you doing? Like, really? And these are just like two backups of like the videos. But and these are backups of the other videos that I have to just in case he wanted to come, but like yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna go get the I'm gonna remove that one. I'm gonna make a better link. I'm gonna go to like the let's see if this one looks better. Yeah, that'll do it. Ask me about this. Oh, oh, absolutely. There we go. That's like the maximum it could be. Thank God. Uh, let's replace that pin. Perfect. But yeah, it's just really odd um for him to act like he's so innocent, but really he's not. So while we are waiting for that, um up to chat what we're gonna do. Because I'll sit here and I'll just have like a background image if that's what people want, and I'll just keep talking about it because it's like obviously this is not going to like take off like right away, but you see a few people just lurking around. So let me actually let me go into GIMP. Let's go create things in GIMP. Let's learn some things in GIMP, why don't we? Let's take this, put this over here. Oh, voila. And we'll have this be the like background image kind of thing. When I what should I do for it? I should probably put that as like a screen. Let's just have it be go back to YouTube. Uh, let's do this. Let's do this. If you ever wonder how you can create a thumbnail though, uh we're gonna be doing this. So let me switch scenes. While we're waiting for people to come in and more chatters to come in and ask questions and just like talking in general. Um, let me go back to you. We will put. I keep on doing this. So we'll put this. So if you don't know how to do a thumbnail for any videos, go into GIMP. Take whatever you want. Usually I do screenshots a lot more. Because I can go on this monitor, which is 4K, and then take something that's like 1080p. So like if it is small, it doesn't like degrade the image as much. Then take your screenshots or your downloaded image. Sometimes you will need to go to get downloaded images. I'm gonna use this, and then you can use like the in text tool. This text tool, it is kind of bad because it has very basic type of text. So if I use this, do that, and I type, you can have that. Now this one looks good for like what I want. It's like but I just like won't stop the, and then I can just put this over here. And then we will do a second one and have those be two separate layers. And the so this one looks a little bit too big, but we want to zoom out just a little bit, which is control scroll wheel. Which then we do this, we touch this back, we can pull this and see how far it needs to go. So we can see that it can't go that far, but it may be able to be squeezed in. Especially how I'm going to do it, because I'm going to go use the transform tool, which is this. Where is it? So we have the scale tool, but it's going to be Shift R to rotate. I think is I refreshed the page on that. Okay, hold on, let me do that. Shift R to rotate, and then we're gonna do that, and then we will put rotate, and that's how you do it. And then yeah, so this becomes a big box. The won't stop. I can probably scale this down a little bit more. So we're gonna go back over here. So we are going to do this, and then we can take this to like 125. We could probably do the same thing with like the won't stop. or he must answer. Or what we can do is that we can do the scale image. So if we do the scale image and we do go 1920, we need to get more space. But so then we would have to create, we would have to do a new, then we would do 1920. And then we would do 1080. If you don't know any resolutions, we're going to do that. But the background is black because we don't really need anything. Take all those layers that we had before over here, put them over here. And this basically copies it. So now these fit a lot better. Oops. Undo, do this. So come over here, scale that layer. It's, did I create this right? Yeah, 1920, but scale this layer then. Let's make the width a little bit longer. So we would do like 10, that, scale that. So we can do that. That kind of looks, yeah. That's what I'm trying to find, because this one, the text was too big. This one, the text is too small. We had to then scale the layers, so. Which is odd, because it's not 2K. This is like 1080, which is very odd. Oh. Might be some compression going on there. So yeah, you can clearly see the difference in size now. Delete. Go over here, take this one over here. Scale layer. This one can go up to, let's do 2K as well. See how that feels. It's just barely inside. So we could put that right here. So, or we can go try to do the one right here where it was rotated. What we could do is get another image. And basically, so we take that image and so instead I could take one of the images that I have from my thing over here. And then, so then we would have my camera. I think it's in my camera roll. I think this is it. It doesn't have a white background, which is odd. It has the older picture, but I never used it in my life. Yeah, undo drop layers. I can go try to edit that real quick. But I get that as a copy. Because white basically makes it to where it thinks it doesn't have a background, so we have a red one. So let's save this as a copy and then have it be, yeah, because then it does this. And we put that over here so I can do that. We So if we need to flip it, I believe that's in this transform tool, which is flip shift F. So shift. Boop. And then I can just do this. Oh, I look bald in here. But yeah, I think it's because my hair reflected right there, so I cut it off a little bit too much. I think that was the problem in the same one. I can try getting another one. I could reuse this one. That one is because it's pretty good. Uh, it's kind of like me looking up at him. Let me center this. There we go. Center that. This one's pretty center as well. Just do that right around there. So then that's how you make a very easy beginning thumbnail, which is the but there's other stuff that you could do. Like if you do TextCraft, it's a wonderful one. Because then you could put your text in here and you could go and then you could select it. Usually I'm more of like a chunk 5 and then you can create it, preview it. Which is, but but then you could do like Minecraftia if you need that. Stonecraft is also pretty good, but I would go more for like where is it? Umbrage. Umbrage's like really good as well. For this case, I don't really see any point in using that because I'm not trying to make it pop. I'm just trying to get a point across. So file, export, PNG, because it can only be two. Do that. You make sure that you have the proper things. A name to not override anything, and there we go. Keep it at 4 or 5 for compression, not to overdo it. And that's how you do a thumbnail. And I'm actually going to use that on this stream. Okay, I don't need that. So now we wait. This. This. Okay, now let's use this as the thumbnail for both of them. So what we just created now shall be the thumbnail. Let's go over here as well. And this is, we shall use the same thumbnail. I believe this is just that, but and now we wait. You know what? We'll actually just have this as like the background. Where is, have that? Actually, let's do this. Oh, it's going over me. And why is it like slightly smaller than what it's supposed to be? There we go. I had to full screen it. We This should always go on top. Then this one, then that one, yeah, then yeah, okay. So we'll have this basically be the background of it. So until then, I'm gonna go get a snack. Actually, let me see. Does the stream have, yeah, it has my mic. Okay, good. Wait, I completely forgot. I can do it in my OBS, so my two stream chats. Let me edit that. Get the link for this. I already had that. I can actually delete that. I don't need this saved. I have it there. Uh, so when I go into this, I need to check the audio mixer so we can have those side by side. Hey, dog, what you doing? I'm gonna check and see if my grandmother's flan is ready. It's cold. I have to put socks on. They're not great socks. Oh, the dog woke up. I woke up the dog. I woke him up. I shall sit here till the end of time. Oops. Let us moments. If you're wondering why I have a blanket, it's because it's negative. Right, like we had a actual blizzard storm, but when we came to when it was time to actually do it, it was like at 4 o'clock. I was like, what? No, he just didn't. Yeah, he just didn't do anything. Like he was in here, we were doing it, and right when I was about to like text him, like, hey, are you gonna do it? He probably saw my live, and he literally dipped out. Yeah, it was so odd. And I'm keeping this up here for obvious reasons, but it's like I thought he was busy, right? He says that he's pretty late now. We'll do it tomorrow. I was like, okay, right? And like it's so it's so cowardice. And the worst part is that he he's like I said, he wanted the call. It's like you wanted this call and you lied to people saying I was deleting comments saying that you wanted a Discord call. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, to go a little bit further, it isn't even just cowardice. It's like you're doing something that's cowardice, then lying, and then trying to hide everything, and then trying to make me seem like the bad something. But then you're trying to make me seem like the bad guy as like I'm deleting stuff. It's such a play to save face. It really is. It was such a I can go on and on talking about this forever and never get tired, but it's like it's so bad when you wanted the call and I had to go to your not even your channel because he hid me from his channel. But when I had to go to like his blue sky, basically his Twitter, yeah. Yeah, I've seen it before in the Sonic community. It's not good, but like come on, dude. I've seen it in other communities as well where it's like they hide evidence, but it's like the problem is that I've actually have it documented and I have uh more documented if I go to like my files. Right, if I go over here to my files, I have the pressing him. This is like only a part of it. But like yeah, it's it's pretty clear that I said this multiple times, he's trying to just use his popularity to just go and like manipulate the conversation just so that he doesn't have to like actually answer for it. So he knows he can lie. He knows he can go do this. He knows he can act like the victim, and his fans will like eat that up. But I'm just here to make sure that that doesn't happen. And if this takes like 3 days, though, obviously, like as long as my PC can handle it, but like something I may need to just do like an hour break so that it can like cool down or do with maintenance. But like if this takes 3 days, I'm more than willing to just let this stream run for 3 days. Incredibly sad. If you want to, you can spread the word any way that you like. I'm just here to basically try to see what we can do. See if like we can get, some traction. I don't expect it, but I'm willing and I'm determined. Where did I put that? Oh, the soda's right here. Ah, while I'm waiting, let me watch some anime. I haven't kept up in a little bit. I'm way behind in JJK. A little bit behind in Free Run as well. Let me see. Only one episode. Surprised it's been an hour already. No, that's season one. What the hell? There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so we have that. I did not watch that episode. Let me lower this so that that doesn't happen. What I can do is put Crunchyroll on this screen and just mute my thing. Oh, I forgot. I should probably get a third monitor. Like monitoring like the mod stuff like with the OBS. And then your main gaming. But that is why sometimes streamers will have like a streaming PC and then like a gaming PC, and then they'll just like have the stream PC connected to like their monitoring monitors. Let's have this. Need some humor like that. Okay. Pretty good. I'm gonna see what happens. Okay, good. The audio didn't just absolutely screw off. I wonder if I could sleep like this. There we go. I changed it so just in case he does call and I'm sleeping, it blasts on my Odyssey. I might actually fall asleep. Damn, I'm tired. It's become a sleep stream. Set it up. Sleep stream. Did before. This we curtains into that, but didn't we get enough of that? That's good. Put that big off calendar here. I got this blanket. I got another blanket just in case. Personal. No. I wish I don't know if it's picking up on the mic, but I wish I had like a little like mini mic. That's the problem with like a mini mic is that I might grow older, toss it on the floor, or do something else. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there might be a blizzard which might actually cut my internet out. Yeah. Let's do this. We finally got a response. Oh my gosh. Mm. Mm. But yeah, you if you're watching this, you don't change your mind mid thing after the fact that you lied to. There it is. Yeah, finally. We got a response. Jesus, bruh. Just so that this is on record. The reason why I was is that yeah, the reason why I got why I did this, why I was lights, yeah, and why I was live streaming was because he was lying. I told him all the way at the beginning that this is going to be documented, including recordings. He then changes it. I'm just gonna put in here. Mm, 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 but lying about me seems okay to you. That's all I'm gonna put. Mm. Yeah, we finally got something, Jesus. That's the there we go. Carmen, what does it seem to be that you? Let's see what they're gonna respond with. That is a good point. That is a good point too. That he's been told, but let's actually like tell him what it is. Uh, the yeah. Let's see what it is. Geometry Day. We'll do that. We'll do this first and see what he does. But we'll do that. See how he responds to that, though. We'll see how he responds to that first. But yeah. Yeah, I know that the stream delay is quite bad. I will apologize for taking your comment. If you really didn't want me to have it up, and I would have taken it down, but as far as that, I'm not giving you apology for so-called harassing you. If you can't handle mild insults, that wasn't my point. Once again, that wasn't my point. Then there's probably something wrong with you. Too. He left it. Oh, let's actually see what it was, bro. What the fuck? He did not do that, bro. What the fuck, bro? He still can't do that, bro. Let's actually go on. Let me go because this is documented, so we can go back in there. Let's see if my stream if that was we got it. Like he's just gonna do that, bro. You really can't be serious, bro. Bro, what straw man? Bro, I never said that this was just about minor insults. Yeah, Carmen. Yeah, that's 100%. Like he is such a coward, bro. He cannot take the fact that he is wrong. Yeah, let's go back and screenshot it from my live stream because it's like he thought that he was gonna. Let's actually look at what he said. Yeah, let's look at what he said. Let's bring that up. Let's bring that up. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Screenshots. Not that one. That's just the thing that. Let's do that up. I will not apologize for. I will apologize for taking your content if you really didn't want me to have it up. I shouldn't have to tell you. I think that that's common sense that you don't just take random people's content and re-upload it. Like just because you mash a bunch of clips together doesn't really mean that it's yours. Then I would have taken it down. But as for that, I'm not gonna give you this massive apology for so-called harassing you. If you couldn't handle mild insults, that was never my point. This happened only after he re-uploaded my content. He broke YouTube's TOS, though, and he broke copyright. Right? That's not what I talked about. This was one thing that was out of many. He literally goes past that. This was on top of that. I found that how he acted was extremely hypocritical, and he wanted to call out a bunch of other people, but never wanted to call out himself. And he says then there's something probably wrong with you. And if you can't actually grasp the concept behind harassment, and you can't actually grasp the concept behind harassment, well, let's actually bring up our constant are consistent to consistent insults, harassment. This is the first thing though. This is the first thing that comes up on Google. Okay, I'm gonna bring it up. Yes, consistent insults are considered verbal harassment. Harassment is defined, it's cut off a little, by unwelcome, repetitive, and harmful behavior such as consistent insulting, belittling, or name calling that creates a hostile, intimidating, or offensive environment. If this behavior uh, is pervasive or severe, it is likely harassment regardless of context. So this is obviously just showing exactly what I'm saying. So he doesn't even understand the definition of that. Yeah, he definitely is more flagging. Like I don't know what's wrong with that. The way you act gives me a massive rage bait slash troll vibes, and I'm not going to give you that attention any further. Goodbye, loser. I hope you. I hope I gave you what you wanted. You're the one that literally was saying I was deleting comments. He did not even go and talk about anything that I said here. The like what my original point is, the fact that you act like it wasn't harassment, the fact that you saying I'm defending nominal when I didn't, when I have gone on record to say that's not why I went and read the doc, and also claimed that I was deleting comments when you deleted your own. Half of that only responds to this one thing. What is he talking about? Jesus. What is he talking about? Let's see if we can get him in here again, but like I'll clip my stuff and send it to his blue sky, but like yeah, like this dude really cannot accept that he probably is wrong. Yeah, he blocked me again. This is like he just keeps on blocking me. He blocked me from his channel, like he hid me. He hid me from other like he hid the other accounts. He hid pretty much every single alt account that I went to his thing and tried to like actually talk about it. Like every single time he just keeps on blocking me. I'm gonna go do it again, but he just seems like he just wants to go like try to lie about me over and over and not take any responsibility. So it's like, yeah, yeah, he continuously does that. Like I can go prove that on the YouTube side of thing. Right? Let me go to his channel real quick. So if I go to his thing, right? And I go to his post. Oh, thank God, he finally took it down. Like, oh Jesus. He finally took down that stuff. By the way, most of it is still under the impression that he's a predator. He's not. You define. Yeah, bro. He blocked me from his Discord because just because I DM'd him and said, yeah, I debunked the whole thing with the predator. Like they keep on trying to address the allegations. He's probably gonna keep on doing that. But yeah, I think this is where it comes to a close because he removed those he removed those things. But yeah, like he removed the post doing that. I'm gonna see if he did the thing on the same thing on Blue Sky. I'm gonna have to make another thing, but like yeah, going back to but yeah, uh, Lightbearer. I did go and debunk them. I went over there and I looked at the whole entire thing, and the videos did decently well. Not massive. The first one did a lot better than the second one, but I went into the documents and like went and like looked at it, and what they claimed was like, oh, grooming, but then it's like their evidence showed something completely different, and then every single time it was like, oh well, you shouldn't just be getting close. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Like, stop treating him like Jack Ostman. Like, it's so odd that a person doesn't want to be wrong, and then when they want a Discord call, and then it doesn't go on their terms, and when you approach them for like lying about a bunch of stuff, then they just randomly dip. Like the whole thing of like me live streaming, I literally told you that in the beginning. I said like this was going to be documented, including recordings, which includes live streamings. I yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but like the in terms of like talking about him taking, you know, his stuff, but like come on, man, you can't be this cowardice. Like, and now he's deleting like evidence over like here. It's like Let me hold on, let me I think that I have my OBS not on screen recording. That's why. Yeah, but then he deletes this over here that tried to thankfully that's all he literally needed to do. All he needed to do was take that down and apologize and say I shouldn't have acted that way. Yeah, the but it's like if he said I'm sorry that I did this way, the- that's it. Literally that's it. Like that's all you needed to do. But you're trying to grandstand and say that I'm acting this type of way that's making you feel uncomfortable. Meanwhile, you were the one that engaged with me first. I'm the one that has constantly said and extended like outwards that like, hey, you should like give me a point. Like if I go into my things, like if I go into my videos of like pressing him about it, let me see if this is the right one. I have the a couple videos that showed. Yeah, 100%. He's definitely a hypocrite. But like this is part of this is like the end of the thing. That was the person that was in the that was the person right there that they talked about it. They confronted him as well on my channel. He'll continually he'll just continuously like hide about it. Like he'll just continuously hide it. But yeah, I am going to clip this part of the stream and then like just upload it on like YouTube. Let me see if I can get the actual thing where he talks about like yeah, right here. Like he talks about me doing things, but it's like where it's like I deleted comments, but it's like, why am I going to delete comments where it's like, I have these like documented, the whole entire thread. Like, oops, that's my Crunchyroll. It's like, I have that in my thing. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to leave it right here because like, I'm just going to like have it just be here because it seems that he's completely out of it now. If he does something, obviously I'm going to have everything just public. But then we have another, I believe this is another one of talking about it. But like I showed, like there's nothing in my hidden, so I'm not taking stuff either. And I also have this where like I talk about the keep coping stuff, which I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's all I have done, right? I tried to be like a tiny truth spreader. Like that was the reason why I wanted to go like get rid of like nominal dingus's like allegations, or at least correct them in what the evidence that they were giving, right? Because it's like, yes, he can be an asshole, but being an asshole is not the same thing as a person that is a predator and is doing sexual assaults and grooming. Those are two different things. 100%. He's all bark, no bite. Like I really don't understand. I literally said in I literally said in the thing of like what my like you are literally lying about what my original point was, and then he continues with that lie. I don't know how off in like nowhere land do you have to be to have somebody tell you that is incorrect of what my point was, and you're just not actually interacting with it, and then actually interact, and then like just continue with that non-interaction. But if you notice here, look who is the one that says explain how. Look who is the one that says I literally like challenge you, explain how. And if we go nothing, 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 nothing. And shout out to Light Bear right there. But like, yeah, but it's like, come on, dude. I was like, oh, there's finally something. But like, what was I doing? Yeah, I was gonna go to Blue Skies to create a dummy account again, see if he has really said anything. But like, create. Let's do that one. Do that one. There we go. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh. Okay. Finalizing. Yeah, no, that's deleted. That community post that he did, gone. It only goes 4 months back. I remember he had that post. But like I go all the way back and that would have been around like the 4 month mark, right? But like it cuts off like right around the 4 or 5 month thing. Um or no, actually just 3 months, which is way way too close. Right? Like I looked through this entire thing and there was nothing. Because 2 months is too early. And they had, and we know that there was a community post because if we look back at the comment of Saji, we like they talk about the community post. So it's like, yeah, let me see. What video did you leave it on? Was it the strike one or was it something else? Because like I have this, right? I have this right here. And if I go into my alt account, one of the alts, right? And I switch to
Uh,
that, and I go to newest to make sure that it's not getting like moderation. Nothing. I also left a comment on this on Snazzy's because Snazzy tried to push that claim. And it's gone. And this is on the alt account. But if I switch back to my original account, he hid my actual thing. I have one thing. I'm gonna go talk to the person. I'm gonna be like, hey, this person, I have some bigger people that may help me. If you don't know, it would be the Gamertron show. The Gamertron show, I love the dude now. We made up and is it this video I got more strikes or but it keeps on doing that. Let me mute this site. But like yeah, like you're hiding comments and then trying to act like, you know, that I'm that. Yeah, he still has this up. I'm gonna keep on pressing him every single time. Like, hey, the yeah, I made a dummy email and everything, but like yeah. But I don't know. I left a revise of my on a comment by a different video. Yeah, which one? It's just so sad. He responded though. The revised comments for the record. Never mind, too long. Yeah, but he probably would be. He probably is just gonna like try to ignore this, but I'm gonna leave this up, and then hopefully natural things. Oh, I posted a link. Yeah, hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, going into this, this is exactly what I'm talking about, like right here, where it's like he's deleted the comment thread. Like this person can even attest to it. He started in Defunct's first video about nominal English as to hide he was ever there. At this point, it's kind of just punching down on a smaller creator. Mm, I don't get how you could do that after trying to call it for what being crappy to people. I want to see at least if the comment is up. Yeah, I haven't seen you in any of the videos. You might be hidden because if you're on this account and you look at your stuff, like you can see it, but like yeah. But if you can see it and nobody else can, that means that this is what the person had to do. They had to go over here, go over to the person, click this, and hide the user from the channel manually, not get auto detected. As long as it wasn't like overly long, and as long as it wasn't like something bad, like there it shouldn't do that. But yeah, like I'm gonna go check and see with one of my friends. I'm gonna end this live stream right here, and I'm gonna go edit it down so that this can be like posted outwards. And I'm gonna go talk to the Gamertron show. So the Gamertron, I disagreed with, and like we were having stuff, and it was like he actually talked about this, like, I don't want to do that because it'll be punching down on a smaller creator. But I'm gonna go check and see if like there is something that I can do. I'm gonna go try to get him in a call, and I'm gonna go like ask him like, I understand that you probably don't want to like bully a smaller creator, but like he's not only like trying to lie about this, but he's also insulting me like in multiple different platforms, and he has done this consistently. Yeah. So yeah.